Here we are in the lobby. About to go see Miss Sarah Frazier. All right. Hello.
No, no.
Thank you.
Get by the sign. Where's the sign? What's the...
You already recording, yeah?
I ain't know you. Here. Get by the sign over there.
Alright, so you know it's already recording. Hold it like a football. Yeah. And then keep it, shoot it a little bit to the left. Like a fat dude? It's cool. See Sarah Frazier. Better hurry up and crunch this.
Yeah, because you can't talk with that in your mouth.
Cool down.
Good. Danny! How you doing? Don't worry. Don't worry. Come on in. How's life?
Fine, how are you?
Good, Sarah Frazier,
Good.
Big V. Come on in. Fellas.
How you doing?
Don't mind the construction.
No, okay, nobody just started, so let me close the door. All right.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Please,
So
are you
much.
kidding? I have a million questions for you,
Oh
Danny.
Lord, I hope I can do good for you.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
Feel like
You
I'm about to
totally
take
can.
a SATs.
Please, take your jacket off,
Okay.
sit. You're gonna be at this mic.
Okay.
This is Brian, by the way, the producer
Hey, how you
of
doing?
Hi, Brian.
Sarah Frazier podcast. This is Danny, Big V.
All right.
Brian?
So you'll be there.
Okay.
And then, V, if you want to sit in that chair, you want to move around, it doesn't bother me at
It's
all.
okay if we get video.
Oh, God,
take
yes,
some photos?
please. Absolutely, take as much as you want.
Thanks.
We'll take, I cannot wait. So are you are like a swinger porn star. Tell me what your official title, maybe we should do this all on the podcast.
That is it. Technically swinging.
I have branded, okay, we'll wait till Brian's ready and then
Okay.
we just jump in and start.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Totally, you can swear.
I can swear?
We
Okay.
are,
I'm going to try not to be foul mouthed, but sometimes.
please, we are X-rated. We are, I am so fascinated. You're the first porn star I've ever hung out with. I'm so
No
excited.
way. For real?
Well, of course, I've
Wow.
watched tons of porn, but I've never actually, I've never met the star himself.
Really?
Gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, this is an extra honor because I used to listen to you all the time.
Really?
Yeah, this is so
You
funny.
were a fan over at, have you heard of the new show? Have you heard Sarah Tyne Mel yet? Or?
No, I saw, I guess, just before your debut, or maybe when you just started the show, when you were on Good Day DC,
Yep.
and I think it was you, Mel, and Ty.
Yes, yep.
But I remember you from when I was driving to work in Georgetown from, what was that guy's name?
Oh, when I was on with Kane?
Kane.
Yep,
That's
on
it,
99.5. Yeah,
I had a
exactly.
15-minute period from when I got from Silver Spring to Georgetown, and it would be you or DC 101 guy. I was like, oh, no, I like Sarah and Kane better.
Well,
But yeah,
no.
that's, I mean, that was the more entertaining show, and I was like, dang. He always used to say how good looking you were. I was like, I wonder how good. You know, this is like I think back before the internet and stuff really blew up, so I could never look and see. So then he was like, then when I saw you on TV, I was like, oh yeah, he was right this whole time. You know, she's hot.
Oh, Danny, you're so sweet.
Yeah, it was like, wow. I was like, yeah, he was right the whole time.
Oh my God. Well, I am so excited. So my podcast this week, Sarah Frazier, Anatomy to Zen. Basically, we're focusing on the anatomy part.
Okay.
Danny Black Video XXX is the Twitter name.
Danny Black Videos. plural.
And Danny Black Videos, is that your porn star name? Is that the name you go
Danny
by?
Black, yeah.
Danny Black Videos.
Yes.
How old are you?
42.
Damn, you look so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are
It's my
like-
shea butter. Say, no,
Is it?
but I mean that too. But it's definitely improved my skin over the past year since I've been using it.
So I found you because you are awesome. You tweet at Fox 5 and like
I
Good Day
do.
DC people all the
All
time,
the time.
right? And so I got looking on your Twitter profile one day and I'm like, damn, this guy is a legit porn star. I have actually deemed you Maryland's #1 male porn star.
Oh, thank you. You are so nice.
You are
I'm so blushing.
serious. Now, you starred in how many videos in your life?
Gosh, hundreds. Technically, I don't know if I would be close to maybe 1,000 because
1,000? You've been in 1,000
I
porn
shot
videos.
so much for the internet, and so much of it was used just for fun on the other girls' websites. I don't even have copies of it. So from probably 2003 on to 2004, 2005, I wasn't using any of it. So there's hundreds of different clips of me
Floating
with
around.
a bunch of different girls, and I was just doing it just because I was like, oh, I got to be with a hot girl. So,
I'm so fascinated by you and your business. And I want you to take me back. Tell me
Okay.
about when you first started getting into porn. Did it start
Okay.
with, because on your website, you're also a swinger.
Right.
So
right.
did it start with swinging? Like,
Started
give me
with
the
swinging.
whole scoop.
The whole scoop. Okay, the quest for a threesome with two girls. It all began in 1997 with AOL. I had my first
With dial-up.
With dial-up, that's right. The modem, the free 70 hours, the whole thing. I met a girl online. I flew to Florida. We shared our birthdays together. Didn't get the threesome. I ended up talking to somebody else in the AOL chat room. It was a couple. That was my first swinger experience because the husband came down with his wife. We watched, or he watched me with her at a hotel here in DC. I can't, they had big government jobs, so I can't say what they did, but
It's always
really
the
high
government
up,
people that are always
um,
like, they're always the ones that want to
the
get
higher
down.
up the social totem pole you go, the freakier they get. That's what I found. That's what I found. So
Oh my God.
that threesome was great. I'm thinking, oh, I'm set for life. I didn't get another hookup like that until 2002, my very first swinger party. I could not find anybody else that when I met them offline, they were in the lifestyle. My very first party didn't happen until 2002, and that snowballed into Yahoo groups. Got a profile on there, joined a couple of groups, ran into a guy that said, hey man, my friend has parties, come. I think you'll fit in. I went there. It was women who like multiple men. So it was
Okay,
basically
so
a
that was the
gangbang
first.
situation.
So it was a gangbang situation. That was the first.
That
Okay,
was
that
the
was
first time.
2002.
That was 2002, and I was like, oh my gosh. And the lady was just looking for nice looking guys. I fit the criteria for the most part. She really was into like big, thick guys or whatever. And I'm like medium size-ish, so
How? So
I
well,
fit in, and that started the ball rolling.
how big is your penis?
I'm 7 inches after I unbend the curve for real.
7
I'm like,
inches.
I'm just like a regular guy. That's what I market myself from day one. I was like, I'm not gonna try to be a big man dingo, because that's not me. I'm just a guy that hits the gym, and I got a regular size thing, and I'm just gonna have fun with whoever's gonna hook up with me. And you know, I kept getting invited back and back and back, until finally one of the girls said, "Why don't you have your own site?" And I was like, I don't know. I guess I could.
Get
'Cause
out.
I'm a computer graphics. I was a computer graphics major,
Okay.
a fine art major. So photography and computer graphics were my concentration. So I said, well, I'm gonna not have to hire anybody. I'll just do it myself on my Mac. And then I asked a couple of girls that I already shot with. I said, would you shoot with me again for my website? They said, sure. We trade the content. They use it on their site. I use it on mine. And I just slowly went around the country building up this nice little portfolio.
Oh
And
my
then I
God.
came back, edited my own DVD on my Mac, put it out. People started buying it, and all around the world, it just blew up.
Oh, well, you also say on your website that there is a copy of your porn DVD sold everywhere except for Antarctica.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we get it to Antarctica? We need you in
That
every
is what I've been
continent.
trying to do. I was like, how in the world can I get something to Antarctica? And then I kind of figured, isn't there like only military stuff out there?
Yeah, I don't know,
Out
some
there,
satellite or
kind of
some
research
drone
or
because it's
something.
too damn cold.
Yeah. I was like, man, if I could get that to happen, I would be so happy.
So, it's so fascinating. Did you ever, like when you first started, were you nervous? Are you still nervous today? I mean, because you are on your Twitter and your website. I mean, you're fully new.
I was nervous, especially where I started out. Like I said, that Yahoo group was really about guys with big domes, you know. And then I got invited, you know, I didn't read the front page or whatever. Somebody invited me in, but the ladies were having orgasms, and I worked out a lot more than the other guys. So I actually worked in the gym, so I technically worked out just to keep myself awake. And I was like really big. I was like almost 200 then. But that was like my trademark, sort of like, okay, who's the cut guy? Yeah, bring him back. And I would always try to come in smelling really nice.
I know you smell great.
Thank you. That's
You
Touch Tees.
definitely.
I had like these silk burgundy pajamas, where the other guys had on like sweatpants and tank tops and their socks. You know, I tried to come
They're
in
like
a little.
Kevin Federline.
I tried to be a
Fed.
little suave, you know, a little Denzelish a little bit, and ladies started liking that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he smells a little different from the other guys," and my style's a little more sensual. I'm not really hawking the women like that, so they had a good time, and they just kept inviting me back, and that's how it happened.
So, tell me this. Like, you have a regular job still.
hmm
Does your regular employment know what you do as a moonlighted business?
Some people.
Some-
But they can keep
really?
a nice secret though. They're pretty cool with it. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Even at the other job, when I first heard you on the radio, back when I was working down in Georgetown, you know, those people there knew, but they didn't care. My work was good. I always kept it outside. I'd say I'm pretty tasteful. That's how I came up with the nasty gentleman thing. Like, I'm nasty, but I'm nice about it. You know, I'm not.
I'm nasty and nice.
I don't really talk a lot of, hey, bitch, hoe, skank. You know, a lot of that stuff, you know, the guys tend to talk to ladies a lot of times in this industry, I guess, and in this life. You know, I see a lot of guys in the street, the way they talk. And I'm like, okay, that might be good for the bedroom, but outside, that's just not me.
I know,
you know,
you're so
bitches and hoes
soft-spoken.
and- oh,
So
thanks.
sweet.
Yeah, that's just my shyness, which is another funny part, but
I know.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part is you're so sweet, so soft-spoken. I would not picture you being in such a public forum. You know, we're watching you in porn. We're seeing everything.
it is. I really vibe off of the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I was always like influenced. You know, ladies are like, yeah, let's try this. I'm like, okay, duh. You know, deer in the headlights. If she's good with it, I'm good with it. You know, I was never to really take the lead, take the charge kind of. But once I know a woman is all right with what we're about to do, then I can get really behind it. I always look for like the signals, the eye contact, the smile, and then I'll step in. And that's what kind of gets me out of my shyness. But every shoot I go into, I always got butterflies. It's kind of like playing football. Every kickoff, at first you get a little nervous, and then once you get settled in, you know, it's all good.
I feel like the hardest part would be getting into it. Like, do you ever have problems with erections?
Yeah. Every now and then. I mean,
Really?
you would
You
be
just do?
lying if something didn't bother you. Every now and then, like once in a blue moon, something from outside might happen. Like one time we had a shoot going, and the girl had kids, and so her ringtone went off to like Sesame Street, and we
Oh my
all just lost it. You know, I've had bad situations where like a girl, it was a threesome, 2 girls, and one of the girls still had her tampon in. It was, I'm like, why is my finger banging into something pointy? This hurts. We have to stop. I was like, I just lost it. We had Pizza Man show up unexpectedly, delivering Domino's, so we ended up getting him in the shoot.
No
Yeah.
way! He
Yeah,
was
it was
really
the happiest delivery boy ever.
Oh.
He got a full blowjob, some pictures and everything else. It was crazy. At a hotel, it was crazy. He was like really early.
Good day at Domino's.
Yeah. So I know he went back and told everybody he wanted to come back.
Tell me a little bit about your life, because I find the most fascinating part of this is, you know, as you and I both know, it's so taboo, right?
Right.
Still, to so many people
Right.
who are not open-minded,
Right.
which is, I feel like, crazy, because so many people watch and consume porn now in all types of
Yeah,
porn,
exactly.
you know, forms. Probably more on their phones than DVD. But what's your personal life like? Are you married? Are you dating?
I'm single, but I'm dating. I have what I guess I call them wifeys. You know, we're really close, but we have an open lifestyle.
So you have wifeys. How many wifeys do you have?
3.
And do they all know about each other?
Yeah. One's on that famous YouTube clip I got. She's here local. The other 2, one as soon as we were getting together, she moved to Florida, and then the other one lives in North Carolina, but she's moving here to Maryland.
Wow.
So, then we'll really be nice and connected.
So, tell me this: are these women in the industry?
Partly. Like, I always run into somebody that used to be like a stripper. So 2 of them are ex-strippers. One of them is like a swinger or a former swinger.
Okay.
So, but not necessarily porn. But they wanted to do porn with me. They like seeing some of the women that I hook up with. So they're like, oh, she's nice. Yeah, let's do that on a regular. So I'm like, okay.
So, have you ever dated what? Because you've been at this now, since 2002? So over 10 years. Did you ever date somebody that wasn't in the industry?
Yes, I tried. You know,
How'd
I
that go?
experimented. Didn't work out too great. I've learned that straight women are great, but I gotta date a bi girl because the jealousy just goes through the roof with straight girls. They can't participate in anything I'm doing, so they feel left out. That's time that we don't spend together if I'm off doing a shoot and she doesn't want to see that. So I realize I gotta date a bi girl, and she's gotta be at least attracted to women as much as I am. So
Sure.
she's got to have a nice little appetite. I've tried dating some girls that were into it, but not really into the girls. Like we were girl watching them all, but when it was time to do something, they were really standoffish.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
right.
caused problems in the relationship, and it's hard keeping it. Everybody tells me if I move to the West Coast, I'll have a lot easier time. But here in DC, it's a bit of a struggle. I'm always dating out of town girls, Jersey, New York. I always seem to have to go out of town to find a girlfriend. It's crazy.
Oh my God, people here, I can't even imagine that they're open-minded
Right.
to it
And
at
It's
all.
hard.
It's
hard.
crazy. It's like one of those liberal spots, but yet most
Yeah,
judgmental.
Exactly.
Like it's
I can't have my face. Like, oh, man.
Oh, I know. Everybody here. I
Really?
can't have my face. I
You
don't want to
take,
be.
like 50 selfies in a row. You're bleating all the, singing all the club songs. Hey, ho, bitch, and dancing. You acting like you want to do it, but you don't really want to do it. So it's like,
Do you have any kids?
frustrating. No,
Okay.
none that I know of. You know, knock on wood. But no, I don't. It's something.
Oh, it would be
I've
so
always
hard,
thought
I would
of.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? You would? You'd still have a child?
Somebody was trying to convince me to, and I thought we were gonna settle out of the lifestyle because my pop, he died a couple years ago, and then my mom, she got breast cancer like right after we buried him. So I was like, man, maybe porn is not really calling me anymore. I didn't have a need. I didn't feel like traveling anymore. I was gonna settle down.
Really?
She didn't work out. She was just overly jealous. That was my New York girl.
Really?
She was really hot, but really jealous. Like ruined a funeral jealous. Like.
Oh,
I was
God,
like,
you're
man, are you
kidding.
serious? Yeah, like I'm picking out caskets, and she's like, "Who you talking to on the phone?" I'm like, whoa, we ain't been in the damn freezer for a day yet, and you questioning who I'm talking to? It was crazy.
Did your parents and how's your mom doing?
Mom, good. She had a single mastectomy, chemo, fine. So now she can't stop her from running around.
Awesome, good.
She's great.
My mom just went through it too.
Oh, good.
So she finished radiation Christmas Eve day.
Wow.
So
congrats.
that gives me a lot of hope.
Oh, good.
So-
And I'll give you some touch these too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shocked. But not to sell anything, but I understand where you're coming from. You know that.
Oh
that
my God.
pain. Ugh.
Oh,
And
it's
then
the worst. Well, especially right after you lost your father,
Mhm.
and I lost my dad when I was in high school. So then
Oh.
when your other parent gets sick, and you're very young too,
Mhm.
it's like it's just devastating.
Yeah, it's the weight of the world, and I was like, right when I was like really peaking too, is when everything was going down. National exposure TV. I was on Fox 5 in Vegas too. You know, that
Really?
was fun. But I was like, I gotta take care of family first, and the porn can wait. So I actually have like a 2 or 3 year backlog of footage that I haven't even put out yet.
Wow.
That, so people are like, why aren't you shooting here and there? I was like, man, I got a ton of files and videos to go through and edit. So probably another 5 DVDs are just waiting,
To
these
come
next
out.
couple weeks for me to put out.
So did your parents know what you did?
My dad knew I was into swinging. He was the one who told me I was crazy. Like, don't go to Florida, that's the Klan country. He's an old school black man, He's like, don't go to Florida, that's Klan country. And he was kind of right, that first trip in 97, 96, when I went down there, I was frightened to death. I was like, Pop, you don't know what you're talking about. And turns out the girl was like filthy rich. And her parents are like a lawyer and a doctor.
Oh my God, was she white?
Yeah, Jewish. And
Okay.
her parents lived way out in the middle of nowhere. And
Oh God, I'm with your dad. I think I would have run.
I was like, oh man, he's right. Nobody's gonna find me. This is crazy. I'm done. They're gonna kill me, And we go through all of these woods like 20 minutes, doing 60 miles an hour. We pull up to this gate and like, oh, we're finally here. She's like, no, that's the guest house. It's like a barn. And we go back another 10 minutes and we get to this giant house and they come out and they're cool as hell. I'm thinking Rachel's gonna come out of their bones and he's a cool guy, went to Florida and she's a lawyer. They got African art all around the house. I'm like, oh shit.
All right, well, thank God this worked out.
Thanks, Dad. Because nobody would have ever found me. I was scared to death.
What'd your dad say about you being a swinger?
He thought I was nuts. He said, man, aren't you worried about the husband, fighting you or something? What if he don't like what you do to his wife? And that is one of the first things I thought about was like,
Yeah,
if,
right.
If she's having such a good time, or what if he's just nuts, and I turn my back and I'm with her, and then I'm getting beat over the head, and I'm in the paper the next day like missing. I was like, but I screened pretty well. I made sure we talked a long time, and after a while, he kind of got used to it. He ended up meeting some of the girls that would come out of town to meet me.
Dad, all right,
And he's
Dad.
going out to dinner with me. I'm a Steelers fan, so I would hook up with some of them in Pittsburgh. And me and him would go to games up there at Three Rivers and Heinz Field. So he'd have dinner down there with some of the girls when I'm with them. And they're like, oh, your pops is so cute. He's so cute. It was funny. They got a big kick out of it.
But does your mom know to this day?
Nah. She almost...
Danny, aren't you terrified that she's going to find out? Have you thought about what you would do, what you would say?
She almost did. I was able to brush it off as like a mainstream shoot because I was in town visiting my sister, but I was really filming a porn shoot. And my mom was like, why are you there? Why aren't you visiting your sister? And I was like, this is for a swimsuit calendar. And just so happened, I did get picked to be in like this little swimsuit calendar.
Thank God.
So as soon as she found that out, she was like, I want copies of the calendar when it comes out, and I'm going to sell them to church. I was like, what? You're going to sell a calendar at church? I was like, oh my God. And I hadn't seen
God,
it.
Danny.
I hadn't seen the thing published, so I'm like, if it says Danny Black, I'm done. But if it just says Danny, I'm okay. Because my mom, she doesn't know how to check her voicemail, not computer literate at all. So I was like, I'm safe as long as my sister doesn't look. Then I'm good.
What about,
So-
does your sister know anything?
She eventually found out.
She does.
But I played it off so good, she didn't ask anymore, and then I didn't bring it up anymore.
So you guys just have this like rule you don't
like,
talk about
don't
it.
ask, don't tell kind of thing. But one other sister, she did find out. Like I had to have a heart-to-heart with her maybe 2 months ago.
Really? So this is like recent.
Yeah, very recent.
Recent that they found out.
Christmas time,
Wow.
I think she came to visit, and it was becoming a hassle because I'm not making family reunions and I'm not visiting people, and I have to come up with all these excuses. And they're like, "Oh, he's so stuck up. He thinks he's this and that." And I was like, "I gotta tell somebody, or they're gonna blackball me from the family." So I told my sister. She giggled. She always knew, I had this crush on girls. Her girlfriends were like part of the reason.
You got into the business.
Yeah, because they're all older than me. So when they came over, they were all dressed up and sophisticated. So I always liked older women a little bit. But
Love it. Danny Black videos loves the older women.
that's how it ended up working out. I told her. I ducked them on Facebook and stuff. Eventually, they'll probably find out later this year. But I think as long as I'm not like on drugs, I think my mom will be all right.